Oh, que porra é essa?
Galera, ó. O que é aquilo ali, velho? Parado ali, ó.
That's a saucer, and this is Saturday. Let's get to the intro. Yeah, welcome my good people of YouTube. It is your boy, J Boogie Boogs, the Puerto Rock that don't stop, looking for aliens and UFOs. So welcome back to
Saucer Saturday,
where we dive into everything UFO. So it's no secret that the government released another batch of UFOs. So this is like number 3, all right? But here's the problem. UFOs are not exclusive to the United States, and there's a lot of other countries that are hotspots for UFOs, Brazil being one of them. So in this video, we're going to jump into a couple of things that are type interesting to me. First of all, there's a lady making predictions, and we're going to get to that, all right? And second, we're going to also dive into one of the most famous UFO incidents in Brazil, which to this day has me thinking, what the hell happened over there? And finally, there is a dude, he takes care of animals and whatnot, right? He filmed a UFO far in the distance. Classic UFO, has all the lights, right? But here's the thing. Other people caught this UFO from their phones too, and it's at different spots, so there's some real validity to this UFO. But anyway, if you like this type of content, we do it every Saturday on
Saucer Saturday.
So make sure that you sub, like, and hype. So enough talking from me, we're gonna jump right into this and see if we can get more to the bottom if this is really true. Because I really think that these aliens on the scene. Let's peep.
Oi, gente, meu nome é Mike. Eu acho que eu acabei de ver uma nave alienígena gigantesca. Gente, meu conteúdo não é esse. Eu trabalho com resgate de animais, porém, aconteceu algo hoje no sítio sem explicação e eu gravei, tá, gente, com as câmeras do meu celular. Tinha algo que passou em cima, ficou parado em cima da minha casa à tarde, fez barulho. E agora à noite eu consegui registrar imagens maravilhosas de um ser, de algo que eu não sei o que é, gente. Aquilo não é daqui, tá? Aquilo não era um avião, não era um drone, não sei. Era muito grande, tinha muitas luzes coloridas. E, gente, foi surreal. Eu vou deixar pra vocês verem. Gente, olha, é muito bonito. Vocês estão vendo? Olha.
This is the footage from his backyard.
Ai, o celular não consegue aproximar, gente. Olha, mas é redondo. E tem muitas luzes em volta, gente.
It's a little hard to see.
Vocês estão vendo isso, galera? Olha, eu não consigo aproximar mais. Gente, tá parado em cima. Gente do céu, o que é aquilo?
He said, "Sky people."
Gente, ali não tem estrada, não tem serra, não tem nada, tá, gente? Pelo amor de Deus, eu não sei o que é isso aqui, ó. A minha câmera não consegue focar. Olha, galera, estão vendo ali as estrelinhas? Gente, meu Deus, eu tô com medo. O que é isso?
He's scared.
Gente, olha isso, é muito lindo, ó. Tem muitas luzes, gente, olha, não dá pra aproximar, o celular não consegue, tá muito longe da minha casa.
It's hard to see the light on this
gente,
one.
olha, ele tá se movimentando.
You see it on the other one, though.
Gente, apagou, ó.
Oh, it shut off.
Tem mais nada.
It took off. So my man caught a UFO while he was live streaming. Now across town and another spot in Brazil around the same time, other people caught the same UFO. Let's watch. All right, same time, a little bit further down in Brazil, right off the ocean. Look, same UFO.
Negócio todo colorido.
What is it? So the United States aren't the only one that are releasing these UFO files that have been hidden for decades. Brazil is also doing it too. So is China. I have a feeling that the China video is gonna be crazy. Well, let's stay on the topic right now and watch another angle of this video.
Nossa,
Minha mão tá suando, eu tô quase passando mal, minha garganta tá seca.
He got the best video for sure.
Olha isso. E ele tá fazendo um barulho como se fosse de carroça velha.
Look at them lights.
De mola, de carroça. A hora que ele desceu, que ele abaixou, parecia um motor
Would they
falhando.
really have all those lights,
como se fosse um motor falhando, engasgando, uma catraca. Não dá pra explicar. E tá subindo um cheiro fortíssimo de enxofre.
Like RGB lights.
Tipo um cheiro de enxofre. Olha isso.
What the hell, bro?
Gente, eu subi ali nas outras ruas mais altas e não deu pra ver ele. Daí eu voltei e já não tem mais nada. Olha isso. O que explica isso? É só mato aqui.
Wow.
Olha isso. É só mato. E aqui tem uma torre de energia, ó, os fios. Ali é uma torre, ó. E não tem nada ali.
You know what I wonder? You think those UFOs really have all of those lights? Like, I imagine if you're traveling distances, right, across the galaxy in the universe, you don't want to stand out. What are you going to tell me that those are the headlights, bro? I don't think so. So I think you would want to be inconspicuous. Maybe you would have some type of cloaking device. But as far as this, let's put disco lights on the UAP, I don't know. But there is one more angle. Let's watch. Know about this one. What do y'all think? That UFO looked awfully similar to the other UFOs. I'm not saying that it's the same one, but it does have them RGB lights. And like I said, if you're trying to be inconspicuous, that is not the way to go, ET. Another UFO.
Fica aqui ali no céu, mano.
Look at that thing. It looks like the other UFO from the other videos. That's crazy, bro.
Mano do céu, fala sério.
So I'm not really sure about that last one. So this story went viral in Brazil, right? So of course everybody has a copy of the UFO and they're just gonna put it out. I believe the first three, that last one is a little sus to me. But we're gonna deep dive into one of the craziest events that happened in Brazil, and it has to do with a UFO that crashed and an alien that was alive. Yeah, you heard me right.
New details emerging about one of the most famous UFO sightings of the last 50 years, with fresh accounts from doctors, professors, and other purported witnesses. Newsmax Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen.
This case dates back 30 years exactly to January 20, 1996 in Varginha, Brazil, about 5 hours north of Sao Paulo. In a news conference at the National Press Club on Tuesday, documentary filmmaker James Fox presented witnesses who claimed to have seen this cylindrical flying object crash land and to have interacted with the ET-like creature that purportedly survived. Among the witnesses were a neurosurgeon who swore he examined the creature, and the medical examiner who performed the autopsy on a soldier who allegedly touched the creature and who died within days from an unusually aggressive bacterium.
Yep, you heard that right.
It moved without any curves, up and down, made a Z midair. The object was cylindrical, about the size of a school bus. I've never seen such aerial movement, even in today's top aircraft technology.
Another witness, a professor and pilot, said that he saw the crash and drove to the scene, a farm, where he picked up a piece of debris from the aircraft.
I don't know.
The smell was very bad, like ammonia with rotten eggs. The piece in my hand was like aluminum foil where, after crumpling it, it returned to its shape. That's when many military trucks, vehicles, came toward me to get me to leave, threatening me with a gun.
That's wild.
Two women who were together that day 30 years ago as teenagers described their observations of the creature.
It was brown with red eyes, oily skin, a large head, 3 fingers on its hand, a big foot. It seemed he was suffering, asking me for help.
It was short in stature with red eyes, brown skin, as if covered in oil. Veins ran from its neck down to its arm. It gave me a sensation that it was suffering, that it was asking for help, hiding from someone.
I don't know. That story sounds awfully similar to the Roswell story. where Jesse Marcel, he found a UFO debris and he was in a picture actually in a newspaper holding the debris up, and then the next day he said that it was some type of balloon wreckage, which I don't know how you can mistake a balloon wreckage from a UFO wreckage. But anyway, back to Brazil. That story is crazy. This is the alien that they said that they saw. So he has a mouth, a very small mouth, and I think the girl said he was speaking to them telepathically. So that's why he was saying, I'm in need of help. And then they helped him. And then one of the military guys actually touched him and he died of some weird bacterium a couple days later. That story is crazy. And we're going to listen into some of the girls who were there that day. And now they're adults and they haven't changed their tune at all.
A gente quer que as pessoas que participaram, que pegaram, que levaram, né, dia possa chegar e falar assim, ó, foi tudo verdade, a gente pegou daqui, levou para Três Corações, levou para Campinas e saiu do Brasil. E essa história é verdade. É esse reconhecimento que a gente quer, entendeu? Porque até hoje, 30 anos do caso Varginha, a gente afirma que a gente viu, ok, a gente afirma. Mas a gente quer que alguém chegue e fale.
Acho que na verdade, quem está esperando a verdade somos nós, entendeu? Na verdade, quem está esperando uma verdade mesmo somos nós.
Porque até então a gente viu. Se você escolhesse passar por isso, eu, Valquíria, não. Mas tudo acontece que tem que acontecer, então bola pra frente. Nada acontece por acaso. A gente cortou o caminho, passou por um terreno que a gente não estava acostumada, a gente viu a criatura, a gente viu, né, viva ainda. Né? Então, a gente é especial. Né? Esses 30 anos fez a cabeça da gente ver que a gente é especial, que a gente é escolhida.
E o mais legal é que vai ser para sempre, né? Essa história não vai morrer. Você entende? É o legado, então não vai morrer.
So as you can see, the girls were young when this first happened, and now they're adults and they're telling the same story. Now with more detail, which is always a little sketchy because the human brain always wants to fill in details of what may have happened. So they may be regurgitating a story that's like 70% true. We don't know, but we're gonna listen to the doctor and hear what he has to say about that alien that he caught.
Você vê que era um ser que estava aqui exposto às nossas coisas, né?
After several minutes of interaction with the being, in this exact ICU at Hospital Regional, Dr. Italo told us the military burst in and took the being, then threatened the hospital staff to remain silent.
Pessoal, nossa, por isso que a gente não fala antes.
That's why they say
Explica no documentário.
A crazy cover-up.
Depois você explica no documentário que a gente teve que fazer.
I just want to get.
Oh, wow.
He sensed intelligence. An intelligence.
Inteligência muito maior que a minha.
A lot higher intelligence than his.
Apesar de ele estar dependendo da gente, ele tinha domínio sobre o que estava acontecendo. Pode você falar aí?
Ask him how it feels to be sharing this information after 29 years.
E como é que o senhor se sente de estar dividindo essa informação agora depois de... Feels like crying.
Oh man, this really affected him.
Excuse me.
Sai, Magi.
É o seu sobrinho, né? É diferente de nós. Não tem maldade.
Wow.
Não vi maldade nenhuma ali.
He saw zero malice on this being.
É um anjo, né?
An angel.
Zero malice.
Oh.
Wow.
Um anjo, né?
An angel.
They all crying.
Obrigado, viu?
I would not be coming back for 15 years if I didn't believe it.
Ele não estaria voltando para cá por 15 anos se ele não acreditasse.
Claro.
Damn, man. They had me crying.
Pode acreditar. Pode acreditar.
You can't believe it.
Nós temos muito que aprender naquele olhar.
We have so much to learn in the eyes of this being.
Oof, that's rough. You can tell that this situation really had an effect on my man, on everybody who was involved. I feel like they really came across something that day, and I don't know what it was. I want to say that it was an alien, but it's like almost hard to believe. But then you have to take people's word. I mean, is everybody lying? What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments and let me know.
It looked at me with a very beautiful gaze that left a lasting impression. I usually say that from then on, it feels like you turn into a different person. And at a certain moment, having a conversation with James and the boys, they asked me what I thought. I said it was a very beautiful look. It moved me. Not a judgmental look, not a look of fear.
Okay.
It had the look of someone who understands very well what is going on. But it was a different person, a different being. It wasn't human at all.
What?
It wasn't a case of human anomalies. It was a different being. I've been dealing with humans for 46 years, but back then, about 30 years ago, we knew how to tell when it was or wasn't a human.
So here's my issue with the alien. Why does it have to be bipedal? There's so many different species on this earth. I mean, look at an octopus. How different are they from a human being? So then you're going to tell me a creature from outer space has the same attributes as we do? I mean, for the most part, that's something I just can't get a hold of. I just don't believe that. This is by far one of the most interesting UFO stories I have ever heard. Or it's one of the most elaborate UFO stories that they're still holding on to 30 years later. So during the event, there was a soldier who actually touched the alien. I don't know if he was moving him from one place to the other, but my man wound up catching some rare bacterium and he kicked rocks. I'm gonna show you him right now.
My conclusions focusing exclusively on the identification and analysis of the bacterium responsible for the infection that affected the soldier.
See that?
This bacterium proved to be a microbial agent of extremely high aggressiveness and lethality. Given its characteristics, I understand that it goes beyond the limits of a conventional infection, possibly presenting itself as a highly specialized mechanism of aggression and defense, which raises the hypothesis of its alien origin. We are currently awaiting the necessary legal procedures for the exhumation of the body, with the expectation that advanced studies in molecular biology may provide new evidence regarding its mechanisms of aggressiveness, corroborating the hypothesis that it is an organism of extraterrestrial origin. If confirmed, such a finding would represent unequivocal proof of the existence of extraterrestrial life, implying a profound global reformulation of our philosophical understanding of existence.
Wow.
January the 8th, 2026, Varginha, Dr. J. Giannini.
So a rare bacterium took my man out. He shouldn't have touched the alien to begin with. I don't think that's something that you have to tell somebody. Like, you don't reach your hand out and say, come on, I'll help you get up. Supposedly he had 3 fingers too.
Are we about to have a real disclosure day? And why do I say that? Because a Brazilian psychic made a prediction about something that's going to happen at a major sporting event on June 24th.
So I would like to introduce you to a Brazilian psychic. She's hit a whole bunch of her predictions right on the head. And now she's saying that a UFO mothership is going to show up next week at a soccer game and abduct a whole bunch of people. So what do y'all think about this? I suggest, just in case, don't go to the soccer game, all right? Because you never know. And then what if a ship does pull up at the soccer game? You think it'll be real, or will it be some type of illusion that the government is trying to scare us into something?
Eu tô até zonza. São 4:30 da manhã.
This is her.
E salva essa data. Dia 26 de junho de 2026. Eu acabei de ter um pesadelo e vim aqui para poder falar para vocês o pesadelo, o sonho que eu tive. Era num campo de futebol em Miami, aonde descia uma nave cheia de alienígena, era mais de 100 alienígenas. E eles pegavam todos os jogadores e levavam para a nave e pegava mais de 700 pessoas no estágio onde estava acontecendo um jogo da Copa do Mundo e levava. E eles estavam me pegando e eles falavam: você tem que salvar a humanidade, é você que vai salvar a humanidade.
No way.
Mas
no way.
descia outra nave com mais alienígenas que não era do bem. E eles pegavam muitos jogadores, muitas pessoas. E eles falavam: eu cheguei porque era a data de eu chegar. E realmente nós seres humanos conhecia os alienígenas, onde as pessoas falam que eu tô confusa ainda, mas não era no dia 26, era dia 24
I
de
don't
junho,
want to believe
gente.
this.
Dia 24 de junho não é pra vocês irem nesse jogo que vai ter em Miami. Os alienígenas vão invadir esse estádio. É dia 24 de junho. Salva essa data, porque os alienígenas vão invadir esse estágio. Eu vou falar que eu tô muito ruim ainda. E que desespero, meu Deus.
Now, I don't necessarily believe psychics, but when one of them actually is successful and their percentage of what they're calling actually hits, it makes me think a little bit. But we're gonna have to think for very long, because I think it's Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, the 24th. We're gonna find out, lady.
So this psychic has been pretty pinpoint accurate with a lot of her predictions. And now in her latest prediction, she claims that allegedly in June, a large mothership will appear in Miami, Florida at a sporting event and take up to 700 people with them.
So this alien invasion has made its way from Brazil all the way to the States. And there's people that are voicing their opinion about it. Let's peep.
All right, guys. The fake alien invasion is set for June 24th in Miami.
That's
Why Miami, you
24th.
might ask? Well, of course it's going to be in America. For a million reasons. We're the easiest to fool. That's number one. And of course it's going to be in Florida, because that's where all the space nonsense takes place. The fake alien invasion has been predicted for decades. It's important that you don't fall for it. They will use the Project Blue Beam technology. Just remember, it's all a lie.
So do you believe that it's a fake alien invasion, or do you think that an alien ship, a mothership, is going to pull up? Or is it going to be one of these blue beam projects where they're actually trying to fool us and trick us into something? They want us to believe something, so they're distracting us. A lot of people believe that. And then a lot of people believe that there is going to be a mothership pulling up. And they got their sign ready. Take me.
UFOs?
Yes!
So what do y'all think? Is Brazil one of the hottest spots for UFOs? According to this video, it seems like that to me. I think the fact that they caught an alien being and somebody died over it is, I don't know, it's something that really needs to be researched. And it's a UFO documentation that they had hidden for decades. And now it's coming out to light. More and more the story just coming out. And I don't know, with the release of all of this UFO and alien, do you think this is really true? And then they're talking about they got plasmoid beings as well. I don't know about all of this, but tune in next week to Saucers Saturday, and I will be bringing you a bunch of other UFO clips. I might have to add another day because there's so much stuff to cover. So stay light, keep your eyes to the skies, and I will catch you on the next one. You heard? 1000.